Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the LASH platform. Today I'm taking it back to basics and I am going to break down a classic eyelash extension. So let's just jump right into it so that you know what I mean when I say break down a classic lash extension, okay? So number one, I want you to notice that I tried really hard to make my base thicker and taper off on the tip like an extension, but it didn't work out so well. So let's just imagine, okay? This is the base, this is the end of the extension. So I break my extension down into 3 sections, okay? That first section is the base, okay? So my base right here, I like to call this the dip zone. And it's happy, okay? So what is the dip zone? The dip zone is a part of the extension that should only be touched with adhesive and the natural lash, okay? So you wanna make sure that your tweezer isn't in this dip section or that you're grabbing too low, okay? If you grab too low, we all know what happens. The adhesive sticks to the tweezer, you go to place the extension and it does not come off, okay? We wanna make sure to keep this area clear for adhesive only, okay? So this is the base and this is the dip zone. Then we have our mid section. I say midsection because the other word is not appropriate. So midsection, and this is what I like to call the grab zone. So self-explanatory, that's anywhere that you want to use your tweezers to pick up the extension, okay? Usually it's right on that curve of the extension, no matter what curl it is, that middle section, that grab zone is anywhere you want to grab. So some people prefer to grab a little higher, some people prefer to grab a little lower, but you need to make sure to stay in that middle third section of the extension, okay? The reason you want to do that is because if you're grabbing the extension correctly, you can dip and place without your hand kinking back and forth, okay? If you grab too low, you're gonna have to turn to dip and then you're gonna have to turn back to place. And that's a lot of kind of tension in our wrist area. Okay, so we have our base, our midsection, and now we have the tip of the extension. And this is the no-go zone, okay? Why is this the no-go zone? Number one, we're not putting adhesive up there. And number two, do not grab all the way at the very tip with your tweezers, okay? The reason is, when you grab up here and you're pulling, you are gonna lose control of your extension. You're also going to have to turn your hand way towards you for the base of the extension to be flush onto the natural lash, okay? So this is too high, stay away from that very, very high section. Again, if you're grabbing way too high, your hand's gonna have to be super kinked to be able to lay that extension flush onto the lash line. Okay, so this is the easy way that I like to break down the extension. Stay away from the very top. You want to make sure that you're grabbing in this beautiful little midsection, and then the very base of the extension is for adhesive only. So if you are with your tweezers grabbing in this middle section, it just makes it so much easier, more efficient for you as a lash artist to pick up the classic lash, dip it, and place right onto the natural lash. Your wrist is staying very neutral and you're working very, very quickly, okay? So I know this is a very short video. Hope this was helpful. I hope somebody learned something. Stay away from the no-go zone.